It's been 8 years since my last unboxing video, and the last thing I unboxed was a Garrett AT Max 8 years ago. So I picked this up, and here it is. Super exciting. So I purchased an additional ripper coil, and I'm completely shocked that the ripper coil is like $150 just for an additional coil, and that's just absolutely outrageous to me. I think when I bought the old Ripper type coil for the AT Max, I think it was only like 90 bucks or something. You know, I have to look it up, but that is just crazy. 150 bucks just for an additional coil. And there's even one more coil that I didn't purchase. And so here's what you get when you open it. You get USB cord. Absolutely no idea what this thing is. That's for putting on your coil at the end. And then here it is. I don't know if it's pre-charged or how much charge it is. And I'm pretty late on my unboxing video by 2 years, but so here is the screen, and I tried to look up if they had any screen protectors, and they don't even have screen protectors. They have a plastic bag type thing with the clear, a little bit of clear that fits over it, but then the reviews are saying that it falls off. So the only thing I've found is maybe you get regular screen protectors that you can cut, and then you just cut a portion off and you put it on there. So I think that's what I might do. Hey, let's turn on and see if anything happens. All right, hey, at least it turns on. There, it's getting results without even a coil on it, so that's pretty funny. So I picked up the VX9, and it's $150 extra for a software upgrade. So they're kind of taking the Tesla approach, where here is the base model of it, the VX5, or if you spend 150 bucks, magically this box is updated and now you have the VX9, which is, I don't know. I guess it's better than buying a whole different detector, but it still is like, why do I have to spend $150 just for the same thing that I already have, just with magical software upgrade? And Tesla's already done that approach. So on my Tesla, somebody spent 4,000 bucks for the acceleration boost, and my car is way faster, but it's pretty ridiculous. You're just paying somebody just for software. In the old days, you buy the hardware. So anyway, inside's the coil, and then that's it, I guess. Look how giant that coil is. So let me see. Here's one I got for trashy parks, and then look how big the default coil is. So I'll never even use that default coil. I'm just gonna jump straight to this. I mean, you use this coil if you had like a field or some large area that you're trying to scan, versus trashy parks is where I do everything. So on the back of it, where you plug it in, and then this is like headphone and USB on the back. So here's headphone connector, and then here is your USB right in there. So pretty exciting. I'm going to charge this thing up, and then everything else about it is pretty standard. Some people are saying it's kind of heavy, but they're saying that they have way lighter ones from other brands, but I don't know, it's not that bad. It's all plastic. So the only thing I worry about is damaging the screen or damaging this head unit somehow. So you just gotta protect it if you can. So they shipped this thing pretty dead. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go metal detect for 15 hours, but it's at 1 bar, and now trying to charge 2 bars. So I have absolutely no idea how long it takes to charge this thing. So this part's pretty confusing, but they give you these little rubber washers, and they fit right into this thing. So that wasn't immediately clear to me. Probably because I'm putting it together in the dark, but you fit these rubber washers in before you put your coil in. So the next thing you do after you got this on here, and if the rubber thing's put in the right spot, unlike me, then it's nice and solid. It's not flapping around, but I put the rubber parts on the outside and then it was just like completely loose. So this is the 8x5 ripper coil for high trash areas, but then you're going to be swinging it around more apparently. So then what you do is you just wrap it around, and this seems very plastic and cheap, and this seems very plastic and cheap, but maybe it's easier to replace because it's so plastic and cheap. So you extend it to the length you want, and then tighten this thing up here, and then you, after you've gotten all the wire together, you put it into here, right there. So with my other detector, I had additional Velcro that I picked up to make sure that the wire isn't flapping around. So next what you do is you grab your serial number, go to their website and enter it to register your device, and then download the Garrett updater. And for me, it didn't download at all. I had to hold down the shift button or right click, and it seemed to reject the download until I finally got it to start. So the download's taking absolutely forever, 10 minutes just to download a 45 megabyte file. So I'm out here digging away, and I really have absolutely no idea what I'm doing with this machine yet. Looks like the target for where the item is right in the middle or slightly forward, and so that was a real struggle to figure out where it's even hitting on the coil. And then it has a very nice backlight, and then otherwise I have no idea what I'm doing. I went and did a lot of research on the settings and set it up where I thought it should be, but so far I'm at 2 quarters and a dime and nothing else. Well, day one of trying this out for several hours. 3 quarters, 1 dime, 3 pennies, and I didn't have any luck on the playground. It's trying to read targets under the actual sandbox, like whatever is holding the sandbox up. It's grabbing those targets, and then I played around with the sensitivity to try to see if there's any surface targets in the sand, and I couldn't find like even a single thing in the sand. So I think I still don't know what I'm doing on that. So far I'm doing a lot worse than the AT Max on my first day, but I'm sure as I learn the thing better, I'll do better or mess around with the settings a lot more. Also, I'm really struggling with wired headphones. I had the Z-Link on the AT Max, and I'm really getting the cord caught up as I'm digging, and so it would be cool to have wireless headphones again, but I don't know if I'm going to drop $50–$60 more into this project. Maybe when I have some more success, I might do that. I'm out here again, and it's very nice weather today. I found a pin. Isn't that exciting? You can never find a pin in your life if you did not have a metal detector. So I'm super lucky to be able to have a metal detector so that I can find a pin that does not work. So I'm doing a little better today with the metal detector, learning the settings, but I still have no idea what I'm doing. My first dime, it was like 79 or 80 or so. The numbers on the Vortex is quite a bit different than the AT Max. So one of the disappointing things of California metal detecting is there's no silver whatsoever, so you're just digging up clad stuff. But occasionally you find jewelry, so that could be the exciting part of metal detecting around here. And now nobody even carries change anymore. They all use credit cards, so the change is going to slowly disappear until it's all gone. This time I busted out my Piranha shovel with the added foot pad add-on. Normally I don't bring this around because I figure Californians are going to think this is a weapon or something. I'm scared to go to jail over a freaking shovel, but maybe I'm old enough now where I can claim it's like a cane, a walking cane that I need. Also, it's a would be a great defense if you get jacked in this wonderful California state where there's 100% crime. Another key for my collection, Tote key. And the person probably sat down on the hill here, lost their key, and then they're screwed. Have to have someone drive to pick them up, call a locksmith because they lost their key down on the hill when they sat down. This one hurts. It almost looks like a coin, but it's just one of those lids you pull off a drink or something. Like, wow, coin. Nope. Foil lid. So we got a shotgun shell here, and because it's California, that's to be expected in the park in California. This isn't even the nice area, I think. Still a shotgun shell. There doesn't seem to be much to find in California, but look at the weather. It's absolutely incredible. Beautiful, sunny, clear day. So you enjoy just a wonderful time outside finding nothing. And then here's a display case you can pick up on Amazon as well, and it flips up and you can display the best coins that you have. In my case, I started grabbing like every 1776 quarter and put them in a row, and some 50-cent pieces, or whatever you find interesting. I've got rows of dollar coins, and then I have euros and coins from other countries that I've dug up, and then just put them how you like them, and then now you have a nice display case at the end for it to look through. And then my last container is another organizer I picked up at, I think, at Walmart, and this is for once you've cleaned the coins, you start dividing them up into the currency, and then you go to the bank and get some rollers, and they try to give you a hard time about it, and you just ask for them anyway. Just go, hey, can I have some rollers? And then every time you go there, ask for some rollers, and then you don't have to buy stupid rollers. But anyway, so then you can finally get to the final stage of rolling your coins up and then starting to collect them. If you're metal detecting, I suggest you pick up boxes like this. I think I got them at Walmart. Just a little organizer, and they give you all kinds of slots, and you can divide your stuff up here. And so this is all my bent up coins. It's sad, there's like so much money in bent up coins here. They're all hit by the lawnmower. And then all kinds of, little finds of interesting things that aren't coins, little kind of medallions and pens and things that people dropped. And then here's just all my keys. Look at how many keys people have dropped. And then here's my cute little cat. Her name's Double Stuff Oreo. She's very cute. And then I have Canadian coins and Canadian nickels and dimes. And then this is all just like Chuck E. Cheese tokens. And then more bent up nickels and kind of like little earrings and stuff. None of this is worth anything, honestly. This is just all junk, but it's just kind of cool to just throw away the stuff that you're not really interested in and kind of keep a little memento. Like here's all dog collars that I picked up, or more tokens, McDonald's token from whatever decade you can have a McDonald's token at their store. So it's just kind of fun idea if you're metal detecting, so that when you're not finding any kinds of coins or anything interesting, you could at least put together something that's cool to show people when they say, why are you wasting your time metal detecting? So here's what I pulled out in 2 runs. I swear it was like 5 hours of work, and it's about $1.36. So, if you're doing this hobby, it's for your YouTube channel, or it's for, that magical time you pull out a gold ring or a silver ring or something like that. But otherwise, it's a huge loss for how much you spend on your metal detector and your gas or your electric car. But It's great exercise, and it's certainly a different hobby than the standard walk your dog hobby, or the cut and paste hobbies that people have. And so you're at least like somewhat original in your exercise versus everybody else. So you also, when you get your $1.36 or so, you have to run it through the coin tumbler, and I'll put a link to my video on that. And then you can clean up all nice, and then you can actually take it to a bank if you want, or which is what I did. I saved up some like 400 to 600 bucks and change, and then finally took it all to a bank and used it to buy my next metal detector, the AT Max, the one before this one. So anyway, I hope to find even more items. Unfortunately, these pennies are so screwed up, you can't even clean them. They're made to, but the copper ones, I'm saving all the really good copper ones. And those ones always turn out nice, at least. So thanks for watching my unboxing video, and please consider subscribing. Thank you.